Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session. Today, we are going to discuss a very interesting subject. Why do we need our food to be colorful? Why do we talk about a lot of variety of food on our plates? And what varieties are actually good for us? We shouldn't really be mixing any kinds of food groups together. So, to discuss this and much more, uh, it's my honor and privilege to welcome two esteemed speakers today. Let me first begin by introducing Farooq Tarapur. Uh, he's a world champion, an Olympian. He's had an active sporting career of 40 plus years and has won innumerable awards such as Chhatrapati Shivaji Award and the Arjuna Award. But most importantly, he has this mission of getting every house medicine free. He's a flag bearer on this journey. So let's listen from him. Over to you, Farooq.
Thank you, Ruchita, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to this exciting Monday session. Today, we are going to be talking about micronutrients. And I've often said on this platform and on this community that if you give the body the right amount of nutrition and the right amount of exercise, not too much and not too little, you would have found the safest way to health. Sedentary lifestyle has really increased. People are just moving lesser and lesser every single day. And in order to make up for that, you have to find a solution of trying to make your bodies move by just not, thinking about it as an exercise, but, thinking about it as something that is required for your own holistic health. The second part is about nutrition. Due to, genetically modified food, due to the increase in pesticides, due to increase in chemicals, okay, over a period of time, we've been losing nutrition in the food that we've been consuming. What your grandfather got when he ate an apple 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago, the nutrition that he got into that apple, you're probably not even getting 1/10 of it today. And hence, it's very important to understand that we need to figure out what we need to do to ensure that the right amount of nutrition does enter your body. If the right amount of nutrition enters, you will have holistic health. So one of the factors is that we know that the nutrition is less now. So don't you think that it is important for us to start thinking that whatever is left, we must try and ensure that we don't lose further. Simple things like if you cook your meals on a high flame, you will lose more nutrition. If you put the food in the refrigerator over a long period of time, you will lose nutrition. If you keep heating, like if you got something left over and you heated it again, you would lose nutrition. So let's try and understand that how we can minimize this. To give you a simple example, if you want to heat something, it has been an established fact that stainless steel is the best metal in which you can heat. But unfortunately, we can't always use stainless steel because there are some things they just stick. And the trick over there is to find a way of how the food will not stick to the stainless steel vessel. And one of the methods that you can employ is that what I normally do is that I keep a stainless steel pan, okay, if I have to heat the food. And if there is something that is going to really stick, okay, then only I use a ceramic non-stick pan. So when you're using the trick between the two is that in this non-stick or ceramic or any other type like granite or marble, you must never heat the pan before putting the food in because it's not going to stick. But in the stainless steel pan, okay, it's totally the opposite. Okay, you need to heat it to the extent where if you put a drop of water on it, it should evaporate instantaneously. And if that happens, you will ensure that the food will not stick on the stainless steel pan. And Amway has taken out, two really, they got patents for their cookware called Optitem and Vitalock. And they've ensured, the whole purpose of that is to ensure that whatever little nutrition is left, okay, in the food is still retained and not lost, due to cooking. Today, you're going to be hearing from somebody, okay, who is a master at this because she had an amazing transformation journey. She has sort of really turned her life upside down. She's made a journey which most people believe are impossible. In fact, people think that when they see her photographs, they're, Photoshop. So listen to Deepika very carefully because she had initially no idea about macro and micronutrients. And then once she got a clarity of thought and she became a master at it, she applied it for herself, changed her whole life. And what an amazing journey and a transformation, she will show you. So listen to her very carefully because what she has to share today have a significant impact on your financial, on your holistic health, goals. Thank you. Over to you, Deepika.
Thank you so much, Farooq. Thanks a lot for setting the tone of the meeting today. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it was quite a journey, but very happy after coming to this side of the journey. Well, today we're going to be learning about micronutrients, like Farooq said. Now, why do we need to understand what our body needs? Why do we need to understand that you need to be a part of this holistic health program? It's not just about losing weight, it's about gaining a great, healthy body. And having a great healthy lifestyle not only for yourself but for your family also. Why? Because I'm an all-time advocate of the fact that it's great to be positive in your life, but the only place you don't want to be positive is on your health reports when they come on any of the parameters. So rather than taking a call after having a look at a negative that kind of a report, it's better that you get a grip of your health, get a grip of your life today, so that you don't even have to see be worried about those kind of reports. My journey started because I kind of became aware of the fact that going forward, I'll be prone to a lot more lifestyle challenges. I won't say diseases because lifestyle challenges, given the weight at which I was, and given the fact that I've been born and brought up in a lifestyle where eating heavy meals, eating at odd times was a part of our daily culture, and the meals used to be pretty rich in ghee and butter and howsoever tasty we can make them. So I knew that my lifestyle in the first 30, 40, 45 years was not the way it should have been. And I would have fallen susceptible to a lot of challenges, which I did not want to. I have seen people, the moment they start approaching, mid 40s and 50s, they have this, box right next to their bedside, which is their pill box, which they need to, uh, resort to after meals, before meals. And that is something which was not really acceptable to me. So, well, that was the reason I started, and I've had multiple, rewards by being a part of this journey. And now let's begin our today's session. Awesome. So we're going to be learning about micronutrients and the rainbow connection. Now, why micronutrient and why do we need them in the morning itself? As the name suggests, very simple. It's two words, micro and nutrient. Micro is something which you need in smaller quantities relatively. Nutrients essentially are nutrition that your body needs to perform optimally on a day-to-day basis. We've all, studied in the past sessions about the macronutrients, which are your protein, carb, fiber, and fats. Your micronutrients are your vitamins and minerals. I think we've all studied in school. We have essential vitamins and minerals that our body needs to perform at optimal levels. Vitamins are of two types, which are fat soluble and water soluble. Again, the words are very self-explanatory. And minerals are insoluble in nature. Now, water soluble are the ones which are your B1, B2, B12, niacin, pantothenic acid, folic acid, biotin, and vitamin C. बहुत सारे इनमें से ऐसे हैं that you would have either heard or used in your daily life. I'm sorry, like vitamin C, thanks to social media awareness, people know what biotin is. We know what folic acid is. Like the word suggests, they dissolve in water very easily. There is very low risk of overdosing. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. And yes, you need to have them constantly in your day-to-day life. Fat soluble, you can easily remember by the term called DAKE, which is vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin K, and vitamin E. They dissolve very easily in fat, but there is a risk of overdosing. So when you are consuming these, it's very important that you are, checking it with a person of authority in the field of nutrition and health who can recommend it to you accordingly. Now, vitamins and minerals, they don't get synthesized in your body, but you need them through your food source. And hence, it is important that whatever food that you're consuming on a daily basis, essentially you keep in mind that these are a part of your food. Now, minerals are found in earth and in foods that our body needs to develop and function normally. Now, minerals क्या होते हैं? आपका calcium है, आपका magnesium है, zinc है, copper है, all of these, but they are required in very little quantity. Yet, even though they are required in absolute point percentages, yet the mineral content in our body forms up to 4%, which is huge. Now, minerals, like I said, also cannot be synthesized in your body. So hence you need a mineral rich diet to take care of these things. क्यों जरूरी है? Why do we need vitamins and minerals? What is the job? What happens when we take sufficient amount of minerals and vitamins? When you take sufficient amount of minerals, आपके DNA synthesis में help करेगा. आपकी, it'll help you in the regulation of your heartbeat. I mean, it's needless to say, from the time we are born to the time we are going to be spending till our last breath on this planet, your heart is working constantly. It is one muscle of your body which never takes rest, and I hope it never does, honestly. But for it to, function optimally, it needs enough minerals for it to perform like that. Formation of bone, we all understand the importance of calcium for a good bone structure, for a good bone density. Of course, it needs vitamin D along with it. Oxygen transportation from to every cell in your body. You need minerals to transport that oxygen to every possible cell. It also regulates your bodily fluids. Our body is made 70% of water. You have blood also. So all of this, for it to regulate the fluids, you need minerals. Vitamins, why are they essential? Most important, your vision. I mean, your sensories. It's very, how many of us would want to continue seeing the colors of life and the nature and the life forever and ever? Nobody wants to have any of those challenges. Your immune function, your immunity will be absolutely rock solid if you have sufficient and optimum amount of vitamins in your body. Skin health, to look younger, for your skin to maintain that elasticity, for your skin to glow from within, for your skin to remain soft and supple, for your skin to remain absolutely negative of any kind of blemishes, of any kind of marks. You need vitamins. For your nerve health, extremely important. For your bone health, you need vitamin D so that the absorption of calcium can happen. Antioxidants, they are rich source of antioxidants, and we all understand that, I'm in Bangalore. Thankfully, we are still, in a slightly manageable AQI. But if I talk about up north, and we talk about other tier A cities, we all know that pollution is creating a havoc, especially in this season that's come up. And World Health Organization also says that the most polluted segment, aspect of your life is your own household. Because if you go into that closet where you keep all your cleaning agents, and just pick up one of those and you have a look at its contents, the kind of chemicals, the kind of CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons that are being used in that, which you are inhaling on a day-to-day basis, the amount of stuff that the woman inhales while she's in the working in the kitchen, it is worse than being anywhere else. And I think one of the recent study, I think last week or a week before that, was there in the newspaper that the pollution up north is right now close to smoking 40 cigarettes a day. So you can imagine. So antioxidants extremely important. All your metabolic processes, from digestion to respiration, so on and so forth. Vitamins are extremely important for their optimum, the way for them to work optimally. Now, how do they boost? What all do they boost? The vitamins and minerals. Vitamin A takes care of your eye health. Vitamin D, vitamin K, magnesium, calcium takes care of your bone health. Vitamin E, we all know, takes care of your skin. Most of the ladies, we'll do those gharelu nuskhas. We'll use vitamin E capsule for good hair, for good skin. Vitamin C, extremely important to take up your immunity. We all know that, growing up, I remember when we were kids and anybody would have, a cold or a flu. 40 years back, parents would say, take vitamin C, take, have an orange or have a lemon because that'll help. So we all understand that. For your nerve health, you need vitamin B1, B2, B12, B6, B6. Hair health, biotin, extremely important. Be it man, be it woman, be it a child, be it a young girl, be it a young boy, we all want great hair. We all want great skin. So biotin is what you need to focus upon. For your red blood cells, you need iron, you need copper, you need dietary folate. For your pancreatic health, you need chromium, but in very, very micro quantities. Connective tissue health, you need manganese. Now, tell me something. We talk about iron, we talk about calcium, we talk about vitamin A, vitamin D, etc. How many times have you, looked up something? I'm just talking in general. I'm just taking a ballpark number. How many of us actually look up that how much of manganese am I taking? Or does my body need manganese? Am I manganese deficient? We don't do that. How many times do we check, are we sufficient on phosphorus levels in our body? We talk about vitamin D, we talk about zinc. We can share it on the group. The importance of vitamin D on across various lifestyle diseases. If you have a look at those videos, you will be absolutely appalled at the importance of vitamin D, which is still a very less spoken topic or a subject in India. So we don't really get into the nitty-gritties in our daily lives because time kiske paas hai. But like Farooq says, that if you don't make health your priority, tomorrow your body will make sure that you make health your priority. So it's important to be at least aware of these things. You need molybdenum for the anti-inflammatory health of your body. Now, what happens when you don't have enough micronutrients? Now, this is no rocket science. If you don't eat the nutrition that your body needs, very basic, you will feel very sapped out on energy. You will be very, very low on energy. You will be constantly fatigued. You will not be able to do the daily activities that perhaps you did 5 years ago. It can lead to depression. You will have a loss of appetite. Your mind, cognitives will get affected. You will be a lot more confused. Your decision making ability will definitely get impacted. You will have muscle soreness, you will have muscle weakness, your memory can be impacted because of that, and certainly blurred vision. So important. Now, from where can you get your micronutrients? Now, this is a beautiful chart. I mean, I love it. You can probably click a picture, you can take a screenshot, because this is pretty self-explanatory that what vitamin and what mineral can you get from what food. Now, yes, this is not exhaustive, but this is quite, can be a ready reckoner for you. You look at, vitamin K, you'll get it from coriander, you will get it from tomato. You look at vitamin E, you will get it from kiwi, you will get it from peanuts. So you look at it and you kind of can understand that in your day-to-day eating habits and your day-to-day grocery list, most of these items fall through. So when they are available, part of your dietary or your grocery list, or they're part of your kitchen habits, why not make sure that you're consuming them in some or the other way every single day? Because there are healthy things that you can consume, and you can replace the unhealthy, the calorie dense snacks that we usually binge on with these items. Now, this is again, the same picture has been put in words. Again, you can take a screenshot. I'll not be covering that in detail. Vitamin A is your green leafy vegetables, tomatoes, red pepper, mango, etc. Take a picture because this will again come in very handy. I'll probably just skip reading it out to you. Okay. Now, where does these vitamins and minerals they come from? Your calcium comes from your milk. So anything white, milk, cheese, your green leafy vegetables gives you a lot of calcium for your for fortifying your bone health. Where does chloride come from? It comes from your table salt, celery. India still, is picking up to, eating. People are moving to avocados and people are moving to all these fancy names. But trust me, our kitchen, the typical Indian kitchen already caters to, getting all of these vitamins and minerals from our existing kitchen cabinet. So tomatoes are packed with chloride. They support your fluid balance and digestion. Your magnesium is from your whole grain cereals. We are repeatedly saying that have complex carbs, very important. Legumes, nuts are essentially loaded with magnesium, and magnesium is usually low in most of the people. So a handful of nuts, not too much, not too little, they will control your muscle and nerve function. Nuts and seeds, legumes are very, very rich in phosphorus. They promote your membrane and cell membrane functions. Your potassium you can get from bananas, you can get from coconut water. Potatoes, again, legumes are filled with potassium. They regulate your blood and cardiac health. Your sodium is in your table salt, cheese, your vegetable juices. They are, imbued with the sodium, maintaining electrolyte balance. Very, very important. Now, this is a study which was conducted, which says 8 out of 10 Indians suffer from micronutrient deficiency. When you get a full body test done, when they have these 75 tests and a 50 tests, I don't know how many of us actually are in the habit of getting it done at least once in a year, if not twice in a year. When you get all of those tests done, you will get a reading of your, white essential vitamins and minerals, and where do you stand in terms of, how much your body has and how much do you need. It'll be a good idea to get that test done. Speak to the person who's invited you here. Speak to Farouk. Speak to your health buddy. Get an annual checkup done. Get an annual test done. It'll give you a great insight into the optimum level of your body's performance. Now, it says this is the Indian representation of nutritional deficiencies in Indian women. Vitamin D 70 to 90%, and this is again no rocket science. Women conceive, they have kids, and the entire kid is formed out of a woman's body. Once a lady conceives, she gives birth to a child, she herself is severely depleted on these vitamins and minerals, and they say that it's like a new birth for the woman also, because she needs to again replenish all of that. Iron, we are 50% deficient. Obviously, there's a blood loss every single month. So are we replenishing it at the same level at which it is lost? Calcium, vitamin A, iodine 13%, vitamin A 17%, calcium 40%. So imagine, how are we moving forward? ये गाड़ी आगे कैसे बढ़ रही है? It's a big science. I don't know how are we actually sustaining that. Are you getting enough nutrition through your diet? Green beans, people often say that, we are buying organic. I covered it in my last session also. Yes, so to say, you're buying it organic, but those things, those vegetables are being grown in India. Tell me a city in India where the AQI is 0, or is it anything between 0 to 5. Tell me a patch of land in India which does not have enough chemicals already infused in it to, grow the crop yield multifolds. The water in India, I mean, we drink RO water, yet at times, we are in doubt that is this water, clean enough, or is it not going to give me any kind of a disease or any kind of a problem? So the source, right from the source, the fruits and vegetables are severely nutrition depleted. We need to understand whatever the gap is, how can we replenish that gap? So how healthy are your vegetables? Green beans, days it takes to come from the farm to your plate. This is an average. If you are actually getting your fruits and vegetables directly from the field of this year's crop, this season's crop, I'm taking that average. I'm completely not considering the fact that 90% of fruits and vegetables that we are eating, they're coming from cold storage, and most that cold storage is probably last season or last year. So even if you're having, you're 100% sure that it's this season's yield that you're having, it takes 11 to 15 days for green beans to come to your plate. It loses typically 45% of its nutrients. Broccoli and cauliflower takes 6 to 16 days, loses about 25% of its nutritional value. Green peas, 8 to 10 days, loses 15%, so on and so forth. So this is just, we've picked up 4 vegetables. Think about it when you at large, when you're talking about all the fruits and vegetables that you consume on a daily basis. How can you take care? Eat your food as soon as possible. Please, please, please stop cooking in advance, putting it in the freezer, cooking in advance, cooking for 2, 3 days, and then reheating, like Farooq said. We've learned it the hard way. I leave it for you to decide whether you'd like to take your own sweet time to understand. Yes, we are all very busy. Yes, most of us are working. We are out of the house 14 hours a day. You're out of the house 14 hours a day to earn money so that you can have a great health and a great life. But you can only have a great life if you're not exchanging your health, earning that great life. it may be a good idea to get up still half an hour early and cook your meal for the day, so that you don't have to cook for tomorrow and you have time each day to cook your meal. On weekends, you can probably prepare your grocery list in such a way that when you are entering your kitchen on a Monday morning, you have the stuff that you want to cook for yourself and your family. So eat your food as soon as possible. Don't keep it for too long. Never let your food wilt. Never let it sit on the shelf for a long period of time. Wash food using as little water as you can, because that depletes it from nutrients. Cut your food at the last minute. Don't eat cut fruits, and don't keep cut vegetables for a long period of time. Eat it with skin because it has a lot of fiber. Cook food quickly and away from water as much as possible. Please don't store your food, like we've already shared. Now, this is how all these essential vitamins and minerals, they get absorbed in different sections of our food pipe, of our esophagus. You don't have to confuse yourself. This is just a pictorial representation that calcium, phosphorus, manganese, iron, copper, selenium, biotin, etc. Gets absorbed in duodenum. Biotin, dietary folate, vitamin B6, and all that, they get absorbed in jejunum. Vitamin C, dietary folate, they get absorbed in ileum. Vitamin K, biotin, gets absorbed in your large intestine. Why do you need to know? It's good to know. It's your body, it's your health. You should know what you're eating and how is it benefiting, how is it going down your system. It is a good information to be aware of. Now, eat hard or eat smart. Now, typically, World Health Organization says that if you are eating this many amounts of fruits and vegetables, you are supplementing enough of nutrition that your body needs every single day. So that's about 233 strawberries for vitamin A, 16 cups of pumpkin for vitamin C, 7 fillets of salmon for vitamin D, so on and so forth. How many of us can actually have this on a daily basis? See, there are two things to it. One is that you accept it and you say, okay, how can I, supplement this? How can I, make sure that this goes inside my body? The other is we can always say, like most of us, probably I also had this thought at some point of time that what if I don't have and I'm having sufficient? Yes, nothing will happen, nothing will go wrong today. But yes, as you grow older, as there is more and more wear and tear of your body, as your body literally eats out the all possible, reserved, stored vitamins and minerals as and when it requires, when you're completely depleted below the reserve levels of your body, that is when it's going to start affecting your body. That is when you're going to start feeling those symptoms that I told you earlier about. That is when you will feel probably fatigued, sapped out, loss of energy, loss of cognitive sense, loss of memory, some eye issue, so on and so forth. So it's important to be aware of it today. Look for solutions that have worked for millions of people, which is scientifically proven, scientifically tested, absolutely natural in nature, very close to giving you all the phytonutrients, giving you all the antioxidants. How can you do that? Either you consume all of this, second is you don't consume at all, and jab hoga tab dekha jayega, and third is you supplement it with something which can give you all the essential 11 minerals and 13 vitamins that your body needs every single day to work optimally. How can you do that? You can have that in the form of this tablet, which is called a Neutralite Daily Plus. Why is it called daily? Because you need it daily. It has all the essential 24 vitamins and minerals. It has herb support. It gives you immunity. It gives you energy. It gives you stress management, the ability to manage your stress and also improve your mental performance. Now, those of you who attended the last session, I was talking to one of our, mentors, Raj Bats, who's, who's one of the mentors here. He's, I think, 47, 48. He's one of those very, very few people who still doesn't have a single strand of black hair, white hair on his head. He and his family, I have seen them for the last 10, 12 years now. They have never gone to a doctor. I have never seen Farooq go to a doctor. Why is that? Why? Because they have taken charge, they have taken control, they have taken the ownership of their health well in time to make sure that these problems don't come later. We leave this decision. We can only inform you. We can only make you aware of what we have, what is it that we have to offer. The decision for you to make it a part of your daily life is yours. So that I leave for you to decide. This Neutralite Daily Plus, it comes with a DLDR formula, which is dual layered delayed release. What does this basically mean? That two layers it has. One is for immediate release, for absorption on sides of stomach and duodenum, and the second is extended release, which is absorption at jejunum and ileum, so that it gives you day-long nutrition and energy to cope up with your daily hectic lifestyle that you need. So it's not that if you have it in the morning, day long, it will show its results for you to be absolutely 10 on 10 as far as your performance is concerned. Now, what is the right time to have your micronutrients? Now, this honestly is an absolutely, what should I say, a very, very simple question. If you've been a part of our sessions earlier, I'll come back to the circadian rhythm, which is again one of my favorite topics. It is important to follow the circadian rhythm. Eat your supplementation, eat your macronutrients, eat your micronutrients when there is light, as per your body clock. They will have maximum impact. They will make your body absolutely 10 on 10 as far as good health is concerned. Their absorption will be much higher. They will be able to repair, heal, and take care of your body when you sleep at night. So if you have it during daytime, the influence of food on genes and overall health will be 10 on 10. It will help you recover for the next day much better. But when you have it, when it's night time, there are genetic alterations, there is sleep rhythm disturbance. It's an unhealthy diet. Simply put, I'll take just a minute to tell you that when you have food according to circadian rhythm, when you probably finish your meal times before the light is out, before the sun sets, or by the time the sun sets, your body at night starts releasing certain hormones which take care of repairing your body, healing your body. New cell generation happens. All of that stuff happens. But when you eat late, and the moment we eat something, our body is designed in such a way that the entire focus of this whole body goes towards digesting the food. At that point of time, what happens is that the hormones that were supposed to be released and take care of other things in your body, that process gets interfered. And when this happens every day, day after day, because that's your lifestyle of eating late, that is when it starts impacting your health in the long run over a couple of years. So take care of this. Now, what is the importance of having it in your breakfast? You are probably, breakfast is you're at least breaking a 12-hour fast. So you need a lot of energy to kickstart your day. You need it to maintain a strong immune system. Most of us step out of the house. You are out in pollution. You're out on the roads. You're out on the street. You're out in an office area, in a bus, in a local, in a train, in a metro, where you are probably in a place where a lot of people are carrying a lot of infection. So, you're breathing the same air. Somebody has, is coughing, somebody has sneezed, somebody's just talking on the phone. So your immune system needs to be 10 on 10. You kickstart your day with a proper intake of nutrients, maintains bone and eye health, improves your concentration and memory and your cognitives, good skin health, healthy weight, great hair. Their vitamins and minerals are consumed by our body at night. Body has inadequate vitamins and minerals in the morning. So because your body is doing all the repair work. So it consumes whatever you've had in the day. By the time you wake up in the morning, it's severely depleted. So yes, you need to have it in the morning. And the rainbow connection. Now, if some of you are actually, following what the slides, we are talking a lot about colors. Yes, these colors are absolutely essential in your day-to-day life, in your food, on your plate. The whole objective of this session is to add a lot of color to your life. To add a lot of color on your plate, so that the only color your health is in is absolute pink. So make sure you're following this. So yes, how do colorful fruits and vegetables impact the gut microbiome or the optimal health? Now, colors, why do vegetables and fruits have colors? They have colors because of the complex chemical structure, which is they all have pigments, which gives them different colors that they have. Seasonal fruits have better amounts of nutrient because of respective season. Now, I'm always in awe of how our, forefathers, say 200, not 200, 300, maybe 500, 600 years ago, how science was even evolved at that point of time, that they knew that every year when the summers begin, They introduced this concept of Navratras or fasting every time when winters begin every year. They again introduce the concept of fasting, because what essentially, if you're actually fasting the way we are supposed to, these days we binge and eat and snack a lot during fast. But if you fast the way you're supposed to, you're actually cleansing your body. You're basically resetting your gut for the upcoming season, which is summers or winters. Most of the fruits and vegetables, if you're having, why do we focus more on having seasonal fruits and vegetables? Because seasonal fruits are in sync with the weather. So if you're probably having, a mango in summers, or if you're having watermelon in summers, watermelon will cool and soothe your gut. That's what you require in peak summers. But if you're having nuts and seeds in winters, because they are little hot and warm in nature, they will give that warmth and heat to your body, which you require to sail through smoothly in the extreme winters. So better to have seasonal fruits. These fruits and vegetables, which are rich in soluble and soluble fibers, are very, very friendly for your gut health, and they promote good bacteria in your gut. Now, colored vegetables, red color has carotenoids, betalainins, and proanthocyanin. Green color is, we all know, we've studied chlorophyll and phycocyanins. Orange color, again, vitamin C. Vegetables containing cryptothanxin. White and brown fruits and vegetables have allicin. Now, if you look at these pictures, they're talking about what are the red colors. You can have bell pepper, you can have red chili, you can have pomegranate, you can have tomatoes, strawberries, watermelon. Green color is all your green leafy vegetables and avocado. Orange is, your papaya, your pumpkin, pineapple. Brown is your garlic and nuts and mushrooms, etc. Orange to purplish or bluish colors. You can have your turnips, you can have brinjal, etc., etc. So again, you can click a picture. Again, it's a good ready reckoner for most of us. Now, uh, don't get confused by the complex names. It is just an awareness session. Allicin, it has a prebiotic effect, selectively promoting the growth of beneficial gut bacteria. घरेलू नुस्खे, दादी के नुस्खे, grandmother के नुस्खे, because लहसुन, we say garlic कच्चा खा लेना चाहिए. It is good for your gut health. Anthocyanins, it has anti-inflammatory effects and may act as prebiotic. We all understand the importance of prebiotic, promoting the gut growth of beneficial bacteria. Chlorophyll, it has anti-inflammatory properties. It will help support digestive health by stimulating growth of beneficial gut bacteria. Carotenoids has your beta carotene, lycopene, and lutein that have been suggested to promote gut health through various mechanisms. So very, very important. Now, all these chemicals are found to have an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory activity that help in improving gut health. We all understand that our bodies, because of the packaged foods, because of the processed foods that we have, because of these fancy items, we eat out a lot. Whenever you eat anything, whether it's baked good or whether it's fried food from outside, the oils that they use, most of them use palm oils. Most of your processed snacks, your chips and namkeens and biscuits and all, they use palm oil, which are very, very, they are very inflammatory. So we all understand the importance. Even, you talk to a kid today, they would know that they need to have foods which are rich in, which are anti-inflammatory and which are high in antioxidants. They help your gut health. Now, how will you eat? A lot of times people say time nahi hai, kitni vegetables, kitne fruits ikatthe kare, how do we put on so much of color? Plan your week, plan your grocery list at least once a week. You will thank yourself for giving that half an hour, 1 hour every Sunday to plan what you need for the coming week. Plan your meals by keeping the colors in mind. Snack on fruits and vegetables. If at all you have to snack, snacking is not really an option. Your body does not need snacks technically. Experiment with a new product, try a new fruit, try something new. Smoothies and salads, they have always been my go-to when I was on this journey, full throttle. What are the benefits? Rich in nutrients, boosts your immunity, promotes your health digestion, enhances your skin health. Gives you a better mental health. And you needn't have a very, very fancy salad plate, a very, very fancy, colorful plate by buying stuff which is, unnecessarily expensive, which is probably not even a part of the Indian kitchen per se, and which you'll have to go to a very fancy store to pick up. I just thought I'll put a typical, this salad plate. when I started off on this journey 4 years back, that is how I used to, keep myself excited about the food that I'm eating. And it's very important. It's, trust me, we can have a couple of sessions on this subject. It's very important that you spend those 5, 7 minutes to plate your meal, because when you plate it well, it is, you know, humans as a tendency, we first savor the food from our eyes, then from our nose, and then from our tongue. So if what's on your plate is not appealing, you may not really enjoy the food as much. This is what my salad plates used to look when I started off this journey. What you see on this salad plate is anything and everything that you will get on in an Indian kitchen. You have bell peppers, which are, I mean, available everywhere, every nook and corner of our city. You have radish, you have beetroot, you have carrots, you have chickpeas, you have onion, you have tomato. No fancy vegetable, but you can make your meal plate very exciting. On the right, again, you have beetroot. I added a little bit of dressing. This is simple hung curd, nothing fancy, no Caesar, no mayo, no honey mustard, nothing at all. And this is coming from somebody who used to have every possible salad dressing in my fridge, at least 6 to 7 variety, to make my salads more interesting. Because, so to say, salad is less calories and more fiber, but when you add so many of fancy dressings onto your salads, they are absolutely they're very, very harmful. So the meal plate on your left, which has chickpeas, this entire meal plate is roughly about 200 calories, but tons and tons of fiber and tons of micronutrients. The meal plate on your right, these each salad pattas, these cups, they are just about 90 calories. You can have your heart's fill, you can have, and also take care of the nutrients that your body needs. Okay. So how can you also supplement these essential micronutrients which are still deficient in your diet? If you're not able to take care, you can incorporate having a Neutralite concentrated fruits and vegetables, which is which is a big powerhouse of antioxidants. It's a concentrated form. It has all possible vitamins and minerals that your body needs to support your heart health, blood vessels, colon health, circulatory system. You can read the rest of it, eye health, etc. This one tablet can completely supplement your requirements. For those of who still say we don't have the time, despite knowing the importance of micronutrients uh, that should be included in our daily diet. This is how you can supplement it. One tablet, good to go for the rest of the day. And finally, we always attribute all that we've learned to this principle of shine in our life. We start every day with gratitude and optimism. Kyuki, if you can control that thing, fantastic. Then you need to be optimistic. You can control it. But if you cannot control something which is worrying you, then what's the point of spending so much of time and energy? Let it be. Let the universe take care, and you stay positive. You stay thankful for whatever you have in your life. And I think most of us who are present on this platform, just the fact that we are present on this platform with a computer screen or a phone screen in front of us, with the ability to understand everything that I have just said, I think we have more reasons to be thankful than to be cribbing about anything. Have your daily nutrition. Your daily nutrition is not only what you eat, your daily nutrition is also about your mental health. What is it that you're feeding yourself every single day? Yes, it may be a good idea to give yourself some relaxation, to be spending some time on the social media, but too much of anything is bad. So learn something new every single day for your mental health also, because your mental health also needs food. Intention, visualize and set clear intentions, because it's good to start on a journey, but it may not be good enough if you don't know where are you headed. So yes, set a goal, set a target, set a clear intention, set an objective for yourself. Where is it that you want to head? And nothing works if you don't work. So yes, you need to exercise daily, because whatever food that you're consuming, trust me, if you don't walk around, if you don't exercise enough, if you don't move yourself enough, that nutrition that your body has absorbed will not reach every part of your body, will not reach every cell of your body. If you put 3 spoons of sugar in a glass of water and you let it still, yes, it might get dissolved if it just stays still like that, but it might take a couple of hours or maybe a few days for it to completely get absorbed. Similarly, if you eat and you don't move, that mineral absorption, that vitamin absorption, that nutrition absorption may take couple of days to get absorbed and reach every cell of your body. But if you stir that glass of water nicely and quickly, that sugar will get absorbed much faster. And similarly, if you work out along with what you're eating, the nutrition absorption will be much, much faster. So please, long story short, exercise daily, guys. This is me. When I started off with this journey, I wanted to get rid of my pill that I was taking for my acid reflux issue. My reason for starting was I did not want to be a diabetic. My reason was starting was I did not want to start with my BP medication. Touch wood. I did not want to fall susceptible to a cardiac problem. I did not want to fall susceptible to any of these lifestyle changes. Little did I know when I started off in this journey that just by eating right, I will be able to not only lose weight but maintain it now for over 10 months. A feat that I could not achieve in the first 43 years of my life, despite trying every possible diet, despite trying every possible gym membership. And before I finish, I'd just like to say one thing. I read a quote one day that we live in a strange society where eating golgappas in an extremely unhygienic condition, we do not question that whether it is good or bad for me. But when somebody recommends somebody of an authority like Farooq, who's an international athlete, who's represented India in 40 countries worldwide, when somebody of that authority tells us to have a supplement, we say, is it good? Should I have it? Will it have a side effect on my body? So, ladies and gentlemen, please ask yourself this question next time you're having that samosa, that vada pav, and that golgappa. That, again, I'm sorry, but where all have those hands been that you're putting in your mouth now? So, take a wise call for yourself, for the betterment of your family. Get a grip of your health, because we all want to have har ghar healthy and har ghar medicine free. Thank you so much. That's all from my side. Over to you, Ruchita.
Thank you so much, Deepika. And I think that was so beautifully explained. We know what to do. We know how to do. We've seen examples of the plates. Thanks for that addition of, a sample plate. And I also just shared, and I'm taking a lot of pride in this. This is a plate from my office. And why I'm saying I'm taking pride is I got after the life of that vendor, asking him every day, please, bhaiya, ek tomato de do mere ko saath mein if you have nothing for salad. Like, just give me something when I'm eating out. So now they've introduced this counter here. So I was very, very happy today. I think I did that. I put it everywhere that, look, I made my vendor include salad in the meals, which is designed for the entire office. I was very happy. So I think we can all take that conscious effort to continuously try and improve the scenarios around us, and instead of just falling off ki nahi milta hai.
I'll just like to add one thing here. All of those who are working like Ruchita in a corporate world, ask and you might just receive it. You just need to ask. That's it.
Perfect. Yes, that's what I did, and that is why I wanted to really share this picture. I think that was amazing. Okay, I see no hands raised, so I think that's all for today. Thank you, everyone. You've been a great audience.
Commander
Good night.
Vadera's.
Wait, Commander Vadera has raised his hand.
Sorry, I missed that. Sure.
Good evening once again for very educative insight into this. I have two questions. One is the salad should be eaten before lunch or during lunch. If before lunch, what time? I'm say half an hour, 1 hour before, or at the time of lunch. That is number one.
You can start your lunch with the salad. That has been the old tradition, right? That whenever you have a 3-course meal, you first have your salad, then you have your main course, and then you have your dessert. So salad is obviously, you got to start your lunch with the salad.
Would it be helpful if you have it say half an hour before? Because then what happens? You feel ki salad खा लिया तो फिर अभी lunch का, instead of 2 chapati, 1 chapati खा पाएंगे. Something of that sort,
No, when you have your salad just prior to your lunch, that is what will actually happen. That instead of 2 chapatis, you will eat 1 chapati. But if you have it half an hour before, then you will have, instead of 2, might have 3 chapatis.
Okay, so I'm saying at the cost of losing 1 chapati, it's better to have a salad at the lunchtime.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Before you have your lunch, have your salad.
Okay, fine. And which is the best combination of a salad which is available to a commoner?
Yeah, you see, there are, like, if you look at the Mediterranean diet, especially if you're in places like France or Italy, they rely a lot on different kinds of lettuce and different kinds of green leaves and things like that. But we don't have that available in our market, so conveniently. And hence, I go by we get carrots. Carrots are really available. Okay.
Tomato.
Carrots, tomato, cucumber, radish, beetroot, okay, and some form of green you can add to it, like an ice lettuce or something like that, and that's it. Don't try to add any creamy sauces to it and make the salad bad. Okay, if at all, you can use some lime with it and make a healthy holistic salad. The
So
more the
this
colors in the salad, the better off you are. Because remember that in the salad with more colors, you are not only looking after the micronutrient requirement, but you're also looking after the phytonutrients, which the study of which has not even scratched the scratch of the surface. Okay, the phytonutrient study is something for the next century, but it will happen. The reason why it has not happened now is that many of these pharma companies have no interest in that. Okay, so there is no real funding for the phytonutrient. So companies like Nutrilite, which are 90-year-old, they are the ones who are putting in money and doing research on this subject, but that is again still at a very, very small level.
Okay. My next question is like fruits. So, like I have after my walk, come back, I have papaya. Okay, with sprouted moons and other things. Now, things like guava, things like orange, Mossambi, etc., etc. When can I have that? Because if I'm not supposed to eat between breakfast and lunch, then there is no time for this thing to have. No.
The ideal time to have your fruit is first thing in the morning.
So I've already taken 2 fruits, banana and papaya. Banana
Right.
before walk, papaya after the walk. Is there any requirement for? Because I think guava is good for the oranges.
Generally, we recommend that you stick to one fruit. Of course, there are same fruits of the same family can be had together, like citrus fruits can be had together. Okay, but we don't really recommend that you have any fruit after that. So this is the best time to have the fruit, and definitely not to have fruits at night.
No, that I'm nothing beyond sunset. Nothing to eat after sunset. That I'm quite clear.
The
But
best time to have fruit is in the morning. That's it.
So that means I can only have one
And
or
the
two.
reason being that the digestion time for the fruit is really tiny as compared to other food. So if you got food sitting on your stomach, okay, and you eat a fruit on top of it, it is just, before it is going to get digested, it's going to ferment. And that is the reason why you get bloating and, when you suddenly eat too many fruits in between, okay, you can get this kind of an effect of bloating, gas, and all that. And that is the reason why we recommend just have, one fruit early in the morning, okay, and then so that the fruit goes in, it's get digested, then you can put your protein on top of it. Only if you're in very exceptional cases, I tell them to do the reverse, like people who are very, very diabetic, whose sugar levels are like 300, 400. I tell them that please don't have the fruit in the morning. Please have the protein and the fiber first thing, because if you have the fruit after that, then your blood sugar levels will be better controlled. Because if you have the fruit first thing, then your sugar, if you're a diabetic, then your sugar is going to shoot up for sure. But if you have your protein and your fiber in the morning first, and then have that. So it is going to slow down this spike in the sugar level, which is extremely good. So it's a little bit of a compromise over here, and I've often said this, that everybody is different, and different foods consumed by different people have different reactions on their body. Why is it that somebody, eats something and their sugar level is at 300, and the same stuff eaten by somebody else, the sugar level is 110? The reason is we are all different. Okay. So if you are diabetic, then I tell them, okay, please put on the patch, monitor, so that you figure out on your own that what is hurting you, what is not hurting you, what exercises are bringing the sugar down, what exercises are not bringing the sugar down, what food is increasing the sugar levels, when are you eating it that's increasing the sugar levels. So if you monitor and you know exactly what is happening, then you'll automatically in a couple of days you'll figure out that what you should be eating, when you should be eating. For a diabetic, this is 10 times more important than a normal person. For a normal person, it will not have any effect, but it is not good for your holistic health. If you're not really following the principles of what to eat, when to eat, and how much to eat.
So do I summarize that having say banana before going for a walk and then coming back and having papaya, there's no need to eat any more fruit on that day?
Affirmative, sir.
Is there any harm in eating, say about 11:30, a little bit of guava or
because this is what I'm saying, that after that fruit in the morning, you're going to have your breakfast, right?
that is, banana is consumed by walk. After that, I have
so after papaya, you're going to have breakfast, right?
Yeah, 2 hours
right.
after eating papaya, about 11:30, 12 o'clock. There's a time if I have a little bit of orange mosambi or
so that's what I'm saying. If you have that, then you'll already be having food in your digestive system. Okay, and then if you put a fruit on top of that, okay, that fruit is going to ferment, and it's not going to be good for your gut health. So you have A, you're wasting the fruit. B, you are doing damage to your digestive system. Okay. That is the reason why we recommend have the fruit in the morning, and that's it.
So I can, instead of having papaya, I can have guava, I can have apple, I can have anything else, right?
As long as you're not mixing the different family of fruit. Don't mix the family of fruit.
Maybe this thing can let us know the family of fruits.
Yeah, different families of fruit. Yeah, I think we put this post down earlier, but we can always repeat it.
Just if you can just let me know so that I use the same family. Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks, Farooq, for answering that. Hope it's clear to everyone. And that's all. See you in the next session. Good night. Stay safe. Bye-bye.